So I've man, fuck. So I've not only managed to bruise myself on the bone in my foot, I've also managed to damage the cartilage in my right knee just by sleeping. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna train, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna see how well my body holds up. My knee feels a little tense and I can feel it weaker than it normally would be. But I started out small. I started doing things that aren't high impact on my foot and my knee. And now I'm gonna see what it's like to put some impact on it. See how it goes. With every jump, my knee feels a little bit weaker, but my foot's not bothering me, which is a major plus, because it's been stopping me from training for the past 3 weeks, which means that now all I got to do is focus on my knee, see where its limit's at, and go from there. Alright, so I know that I can take drops. I'm gonna see if I can vault and roll and see how well it goes. Felt alright. What sucks the most is that I spent so long agonizing on the fact that I couldn't train hard because I bruised the ball of my foot. I finally recovered from one injury just to go into the other one. So here's my hypothesis. When I damaged my foot, and I noticed that I couldn't jump down onto things, so I stuck to climbing instead of jumping. I figured the same thing will work with my knee because it doesn't hurt when I walk, it hurts when I jump and land on something. So if I stick to climbing and running, and nothing high impact on my knee, I should be fine. Uh-oh. That's my phone. Well, shit. Holy shit, didn't scratch at all. Well, fucking iPhone cases, get them. So, when you're injured and you want to keep training, or you want to keep working out, and the stuff you do is pretty high impact, it pretty much stops you right in your tracks, depending on the height of your injury. The injuries that I've gotten in the past have never been severe, never required any serious surgery or anything like that. When you want to keep training, you need to find an attitude, you need to find the right way to do it, because you need to figure out how to make it work into your training session. So instead of dropping, I focus on climbing, and if I do need to drop, I focus on dropping slowly. Even if it's a drop that's so simple, just 2-3 feet or 5 feet is an easy drop, and you can't even do that, then you can just climb down and figure out ways to isolate muscles and still continue progressing both in your injury recovery and your own training. And since injuring my foot 3 weeks ago, I've still gotten stronger and better in different aspects that I otherwise wouldn't have trained, because I would have focused on things that required high impact. And once I injured my foot, I focused on climbing more, and my climb ups are better. Although some aspects of my training will now be lacking since I haven't done anything hugely high impact for weeks, I'll be able to recover and focus on that when the time comes. When you're injured, it's all about the present. It's all about focusing on how to progress your injury recovery and you now. Not in the future, not what you should have done in the past, but now. And that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna do a flip because I feel like I'm strong enough to be able to do it. It felt fine. Knee's a little bit wobbly, but nothing crazy. I used the injured knee to flip off of, and it isn't really hurting, it just kind of Feels a little bit funky. Seemed fine though. So my knee is progressively feeling better, and I'm feeling a bit stronger the more stuff I do. I'm going to jump off of this. It felt fine. Feels like the higher up I jump, the more speed out, the more I can focus on technique and things like that. So I'm gonna try to do some flips off that and see how it goes. Ah, that didn't hurt, but I fucked it up. There we go. Down there's a whole bunch of footprints from all the flips and jumps that have been thrown off of this thing. Foot was informing me that it was time to stop. It's ironic because now it feels like my knee was never in any pain in the first place, and now my foot is acting up pretty bad. So for now, I'm just gonna go get a nice view and relax. I'm going to be going over there across this little pipe. It'll be fun. So normally when I do POV videos, I just shove the camera in my mouth, because before what I'd done is I'd use a homemade mouthpiece, and that worked just fine. But I bought this, which is sort of like a surfer's GoPro mouth mount, and this isn't it makes things shake really bad when you're doing anything high impact. So I just eventually just started shoving the camera in my mouth, and you know, it was stable as ever. But if I drop it from up there, I'm fucked. So I'm just gonna put this in my mouth and put this around my neck, and even if it falls on my mouth, I'll be fine. I'm gonna be stashing my bag up there too. Let's go have some fun. I made it from all the way over there to all the way over here. But like an idiot, I did bring my phone, and my phone dropped last time, so I would not be surprised if it dropped again. I'm just gonna keep that up here. Now for the fun part. I am going to go over there. I've never been over there before. This is the farthest I've ever climbed. Good thing is, though, is once I get over there, I don't have to come all the way back. I can just climb up. Or climb down, is what I could have done originally. There comes a point where you need to make a decision whether or not you should use this opportunity to lift you to something newer, something bigger than you were before, or if you should let it become something that brings you down. Because after you fall, I gotta find a way to get over there now. You can keep falling. You can keep digging a bigger and bigger hole for yourself. And it all comes down to the attitude that you can take about it. And I think I'm the biggest hypocrite in that area, because I've been battling constantly to try to get up and train and do things to make my injury something that lifts me forward, something that makes me stronger than I was in different areas. And before I even came out today, I was so downtrodden and depressed, and I realized that I didn't have to be. I could just go out and have fun and test myself, but understand my limits and pull back when I need to. And I needed to have that discipline that I always thought that I had. So if you've fallen, if you've ever been injured in any area of your life, mentally, physically, there's always a chance to rise above it, and there's always a chance to become something bigger than you were before. When you're injured, it doesn't need to be an end. And when you've fallen, it doesn't need to be the last time that you fall. So. And also, if you don't want to do any of that, you can always eat yourself to death. Good. Also, I pretty much swallowed paint chips and rust climbing under that bridge today. And I barely washed my hands while eating. So, I'm probably going to be dead of tetanus by the morning.